Hello, dear students of batch 19. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my second online class on strategic management. And dear students, I hope that all of you are fine with your family members by the grace of omnipotent Allah. And I also think that and believe that all of you are listening and learning all the lectures delivered by the faculty members of BBA Department of Dhaka City College. Dear students, today I will also discuss about Chapter 1, Introduction to Strategic Management, and have a look the topics that I will cover in today's lecture. Firstly, meaning of strategic management. According to Thompson and Strickland, strategic management is a managerial process of forming a strategic vision, setting objectives, crafting a strategy, implementing and executing the strategy, evaluating performance, and initiating corrective adjustments in vision, long-term direction, objectives, and strategy execution. Dear students, from the definition, it is very clear that the strategic management process starts with forming a strategic vision. It indicates determination, strategic vision. And do you know what is a vision? In brief, vision is a long cherished dream of an organization. Vision is ultimate destination in which position our organization wants to be after a long period of time. And secondly, an organization needs to set objectives. After determination, a strategic vision, the top level management, they set objectives across the organization for various departments. And do you know what is objective? Objectives are the performance targets, the results and outcomes that an organization wants to achieve within a specific period of time. Thirdly, crafting a strategy. After setting objectives, the top level management needs to develop excellent or proper strategy, which is known as crafting a strategy. And in my first lecture, I talked about strategy. Strategy is the method or way or techniques by which an organization achieves its objectives. Fourthly, implementing and executing the strategy. After developing or crafting excellent strategy, the top level management must ensure very carefully that the adopted strategy will be implemented effectively and efficiently by using human and non-human resources. And finally, evaluating performance and initiating corrective adjustments in vision, long-term direction, objectives, and strategy execution. I mean, at last, the top-level management will make a comparison between the actual performance and the expected performance. And if there is a negligible deviation, then there is no problem. But if there is a mentionable deviation found out by the top level management, then without any sort of delay, the top level management will take corrective adjustments, and corrective adjustments can be made in vision and mission, in objectives or strategy or implementation and execution stage. I mean, wherever the corrections are needed, the top level management, they will ensure correction in that stage unless or until the expected outcome or results will be achieved. And another definition of strategic management given by William F. Bloich and Lawrence, like strategic management is a stream of decisions and actions which leads to the development of an effective strategy or strategies to help achieve corporate objectives. From the definition, you can say that strategic management is a collection of decisions and actions across the organization from top level, mid level, lower level. And these actions lead to various strategies by which organization can achieve its corporate objectives. And here you can say strategic management at a glance. Now, the 5 tasks of strategic management. And the students, from the definition given by Thompson and Strickland, we will find, or we have found, the 5 tasks of strategic management. Number 1, developing a strategic vision and mission. After introducing a business concept, firstly, the top level management or authority needs to formulate a strategic vision for an organization. And I have mentioned earlier that vision is a dream. Vision is a long-term dream, ultimate long-term goal, ultimate destination in which position the organization wants to see it after a long period of time. And whereas mission represents the present condition of an organization, like what type of organization it is and what products and services the organization is offering to the customers, and what are the technology they are using in order to serve the customers, what is their current market position. All these consist of a mission statement of an organization. And an organization obviously determine or develop a strategic vision and mission statement by considering its resources, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Secondly, setting objectives. The second task of strategic management is setting objectives. And you have already informed or known that objectives are the performance targets, the results or outcomes that an organization wants to achieve within a specific period of time. And objectives may be financial objectives, and objectives may be strategic objectives. And the students, for your kind information, reply to that, objectives must be SMART. Thirdly, crafting a strategy to achieve the objectives and vision. After setting objectives, or an organization needs to develop excellent, effective, and meaningful strategy in order to achieve the predetermined objectives. And the strategy, an organization formulates so many strategies based on the situation, based on the requirement, based on the technological advancement, and so on. Number 4, implementing and executing the strategy. Dear students, can you remember in my first lecture I told you that how can you understand whether the management of an organization is efficient or not? And I told you that there are 2 things by which we can understand whether the management of an organization is efficient or not. And the 2 things, firstly, excellent strategy, and secondly, excellent execution of the excellent strategy. And here you can say that the fourth task of strategic management is implementing and executing the strategy. I mean, after crafting a strategy, an organization must ensure excellent execution of the adopted strategy across the organization. And in order to implement a strategy effectively and efficiently, an organization needs to allocate resources across the organization wherever it is needed. And finally, the final task of strategy management is evaluating performance, reviewing new developments, and initiating corrective adjustments. I mean, at the final stage, strategic management will evaluate the performance. Strategic management will, the top level management will make a comparison between the expected outcome and the actual outcome. If the top level management finds a mentionable deviation in this stage, then without any sort of delay, the top level management will take corrective adjustments, and corrective adjustments will be taken wherever it is needed. It may be in vision and mission, in the stage of setting objectives, in the stage of a strategy. If it is observed that the previous strategy was not proper, actually, in that sense, the strategy should be improved, strategy can be changed or modified. And if it is found that the problem was in the implementing and executing the strategy, then the implementation and execution of the strategy should be improved or changed. And here, dear students, you can see the 5 tasks of strategic management with a proper diagram. First, developing a strategic vision and business mission, setting objectives, crafting a strategy to achieve the objectives, implementing and executing the strategy, and finally, evaluating performance, reviewing new developments, and initiating corrective adjustments. The students, pay your full concentration. Just think, initiating corrective adjustments. And corrective adjustment, you can see if it is needed to revise the strategic vision and mission, then it will be done. If it is needed to revise the objectives of the organization, then it will be done. If it is needed to improve or change the adopted strategy, then it will also be done, actually. And if it is needed to improve or change the implementing and executing process of the strategy, then necessary measures will be taken in order to perform the task effectively and efficiently. Okay, dear students, now I'd like to talk about concept of a vision statement. Look at the picture, actually. Vision indicates the future always. Vision indicates the ultimate destination of an organization, and vision is a dream for an organization. And we can say that vision describes about where the organization is headed, where we are going, actually. What is the organization's ultimate goal, their ultimate destination? What is the organization's long-term dream or cherished dream? I mean, all the employees have been working, all the resources have been used across the organization in order to make its dream true, and the dream is known as vision, actually. And here you can see the vision statement discusses the desired position of the company in future. It specifies the company's future goals and values. I mean, vision indicates where we are going, where the organization is going, actually. What is their ultimate target, ultimate destination after 20 years, after 30 years, after 50 years, in which position they want to be, actually. It is known as vision. And the vision statement must have clarity, I mean easy to understand. Vision statement should have concreteness, conciseness, completeness, correctness, and courtesy. Examples of vision statement. Just look at the vision statement of Google is to provide access to the world's information in one click. Once again, the strategic vision statement of Google is to provide access to the world's information in one click. I mean, Google wants to see itself after ultimately that all the information people all over the world will get from Google just by one click actually. The vision statement of Facebook is people use Facebook to stay connected with friends and family, to discover what is going on in the world and to share and express what matters to them. I mean, by using Facebook, people will be able to communicate each other across the world. Not only that, they will learn, they will know, they will be able to discover what is happening across the world, and they will be able to share their opinions, their experience uh, uh, by using Facebook. Concept of a mission statement. The mission statement always deals with present condition of an organization. The mission statement actually gives the answer of some questions like who we are, what we do, how we do that actually. I mean, what type of organization the company is, what products and services the company is offering to the customers, and what are their uniqueness actually, and what are the competencies, skills, capabilities, strengths, information technology by which the organization is offering products and services to the customers actually. And the mission statement always deals with who we are and what are we doing actually. And mission statement reflects every aspect of the company like employees, customers, products and services, technology, quality, position in the market, and survival. I mean, mission statements will explain what type of industry or company it is, what products and services it is offering to the customers, and what technology it is using in order to serve the customers, what is the product and service quality, and what is their current market position actually. And I have mentioned to you earlier that the following answers, the following, I mean, mission statement will give the answer of the following questions: who we are and what we do. Who we are, it indicates what type of organization we are, what type of industry we are, and what we do indicates what goods and services we are offering to the customers, why we do, what is the purpose behind our serving to the customers. It may be generating profit, it may be maintaining a healthy environment to the society. How do you do? What techniques and mechanisms we are adopting in order to serve the customers? And who are our targeted customers? This question will be answered by the mission statement. And the students do think that most of the cases, the in companies' website and annual reports, most of the companies they mention mission statement actually. And sometimes, although vision always deals with the ultimate goal, ultimate dream of an organization, whereas mission statement deals the present condition of the organization. Sometimes organization, I mean, write down vision and mission statement together, and it may happen. But there obviously there is a basic difference between vision and mission statements. An example of mission statement: Facebook. The mission statement of Facebook is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. And that's why Facebook is designing or has been designing so many mechanisms and strategies so that they can give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected, so that people can communicate, people can share with each other very easily by using Facebook. The mission statement of Google is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Google ensures or collects data and information from various sources about everything actually, and it stores in Google database, and from where all people all over the world, they can get any sort of information just by a click, just using one click actually. And the students, I have discussed the concept of the strategic vision statement and mission statement. And from the discussion, I can make a comparison between strategic vision and mission, meaning mission statement is a statement that describes the company's objectives and its approach to reach those objectives, whereas vision statement is a short statement that depicts the company's aspiration for the future position of the company. Talks about mission statement, talks about present, what type of organization it is, what products and services it is offering to the customers, and who are the target customers. Whereas vision statement always deals with future, what is their ultimate dream, ultimate destination, ultimate long-term goal, and shows mission statement indicates or describes where we are at present, what is our current market position, and the vision statement explains where we want to be after 20 years, after 30 years, after 10 years, in which position we want to see our organization. Term, mission statement is always short term, whereas vision statement is long term. Purpose, the purpose of mission statement is to inform the employees about the current condition or scenario, whereas the purpose of vision statement is to inspire all the stakeholders so that they work spontaneously in order to achieve organizational vision or goal or dream. Importance of strategic vision. The students, can you think a life without an aim, a ship without a rudder? Similarly, we can't think our organization without vision actually, because strategic vision provides a clear direction, a clear guidelines about where the organization is heading. Moreover, strategic vision has a strategic making value in the sense that it indicates the type of strategy the organization should follow. I mean, the strategic vision has a strategy making value in the sense that it indicates what type of strategy the organization should follow in order to achieve the ultimate vision, in order to achieve the strategic vision. Whether the strategy will be cost leadership strategy, whether the strategy will be differentiation strategy, outsourcing strategy. I mean, based on the situation, the management will understand in order to achieve the strategic vision, the organization should follow the following strategies actually. Moreover, strategic vision helps managers to think strategically about such issues as advent of new technology, changes in the customer's expectations and needs, available marketing opportunities, and other environmental factors. In this era of information technology, everything changes with the passage of time. Nothing is rigid or static. And that's why technological advancement, changes of customers' preferences, expectations, and demands will directly impact the operations of business. And in that sense, strategic vision helps managers to think strategically about the upcoming changes, whether in case of information technology, in case of customers' preferences, in case of high competitive market, then that's why the managers, they can develop some preventive or proactive strategies that can be used in future when it needs actually. And moreover, uh, managers get insight about drawing reasoned conclusions concerning winds of change and then selecting appropriate to deal with the change. I think I have told you that. Next, why should objectives be smart? Before today, when anyone talks about smart, then we thought or we think that a boy may be a smart or a girl may be a smart. But now, how can objectives be smart? Oh, obviously, objectives must be smart. And you know that objectives are the performance targets, the results and outcomes that an organization wants to achieve within a specific time frame, within a specific period of time. And here the SMART stands for S for specific. I mean, objectives must be specific. M stands for measurable. The output or result or objectives can be measured. A for achievable. The objectives must be achievable for the organization by considering organizational strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. And R stands for realistic. The objective must be realistic. It should not like that just I am expressing my dream without considering the environmental factors, the strengths, the financial resources, the technological resources that I have. Rather, the objectives must be realistic or relevant so that organization can all the employees, they believe that these objectives can be fulfilled by using the organizational resources. And T stands for time bound. There must have a time frame. Within a specific period of time, the objectives should be achieved. And it should not be like that. There is no limitation. Rather, there will be a time frame. It may be 2 years, it may be 7 years, it may be 5 years, within which the objectives will be achieved. Example: the strategic objectives of Atlas Corporation are to become a low-cost, medium-sized gold producer, producing in excess of 125,000 ounces of gold a year and building gold reserves of 1.5 million ounces. And the students, here you can see the objectives is very specific. To become a low-cost, medium-sized gold producer, producing in excess of 125,000 ounces of gold a year and building gold reserves of 1.5 million ounces. Measurable, and here you can measure very easily because the targets are mentioned in numerical figure. The objectives are achievable by for Atlas Corporation. The objectives is also realistic for Atlas Corporation, and there is a actually time frame that by goal a year actually, and that's why the objectives will be smart. Another example: if an organization, the objectives of an organization is reducing wastage of raw materials by 7% within 2 years, it will be a smart objective. Strategic objectives, and I mean objectives can be classified into two categories. Number one, strategic objectives, and secondly, financial objectives. Now I'd like to talk about strategic objectives. Strategic objectives relate to the outcomes that strengthen an organization's overall business position and competitive vitality. I mean, strategic objectives are the results or outcomes that strengthen an organization's market position and that increases competitive advantage for an organization. Example of strategic objectives. The strategic objective of Domino's Pizza is to safely deliver a hot quality pizza in 30 minutes or less at a fair price and a reasonable profit. Once again, the strategic objective of Domino's Pizza is to safely deliver a hot quality pizza in 30 minutes or less at a fair price and a reasonable profit. Secondly, the strategic objective of Citi Group is to attain 1 billion customers worldwide. And just see that to attain 1 billion customers worldwide, if Citi Group can attain 1 billion customers, can capture 1 billion customers worldwide, then automatically the market position of Citi Group will be stronger. Financial objectives. Financial objectives relate to the financial performance targets management has established for the organization to achieve. Example, the financial objectives of Motorola are self-funding revenue growth of 15% annually, an average return on assets of 13 to 15%, an average return on shareholders' equity investment of 16 to 18%, and a strong balance sheet actually. Now, the students, the strategic management or the company's actual strategy is partly planned and partly reactive. Once again, sometimes it is told that and it is believed that that a company's actual strategy, not sometimes but always, it is thought that a company's actual strategy is partly planned and partly reactive. And their students, obviously, formulation of a strategy for an organization starts with making the intended plan in advance based on assumptions about the future and how the organizations wish to respond, like a proactive approach. And however, the future may not respond as expected. Hence, a modification in a plan is highly desirable to make the best use of the situation, like reactive approach. That students, here we can see a company's situation, external factors like industry and competitive conditions, buyer preferences, societal, political, economic, regulatory, technological, and environment considerations, and internal factors, resource strengths and weaknesses, competitive capabilities. By considering an organizational internal and external factors, an organization develops some strategies based on assumptions about future. What will be the future market scenario? What can be the customers' preferences? What sort of technological advancement may be emerged? Based on assumption, company develops some strategies earlier, which is known as proactive strategy. And do you think that all things happen according to the expectation, according to the assumption? And sometimes it is seen that the reality and the assumption, there is a huge difference. And in that situation, a company needs to take reactive or reactive strategy actually. I mean, based on the situation, based on the condition, an organization should redesign its strategy. An organization should change its strategy actually. And finally, an organization based by considering external factors, internal factors, and by considering the present scenario, the technological advancement, changes in customers' preferences, changes in competitors' strategy. Company needs to adopt some reactive strategies in order to survive, in order to compete with the competitors, and which are known as reactive strategies actually. Hence, uh, we can say that a company's strategy is typically a blend of the following: proactive actions on the part of managers, for example, creating a proactive, intended or planned strategy, and reactive actions, adopting it as circumstances change or better options emerge to form a reactive or adaptive strategy as a response to unanticipated changes. Dear students, thank you so much. That's all from me, and I hope that all of you will learn the basic concepts that I have mentioned, that I have delivered in my lecture, and I think that it will help you a lot in your career life. Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much.